And that's actually how my daughter's 21st birthday will be spent. We'll be going to the 1000th anniversary of Weinstephaner. Ayla from the future, that's what's happening.
So we know that your birthday party this year will be with Avi, and her 21st birthday will be in Germany. Hey, Chad, is the restream on to YouTube and Facebook?
I think it is. Now I think it is. Hopefully it is. Okay. Yeah, it is now.
Okay. Bill was saying he was having trouble. So Bill, take another look there for us. All right. We should bring our guests on. What do you think, Chad?
I think so, yes.
Without further ado. So we wanted to do something a little, now I can hear it echoing, Chad. You're going to lose your producer.
This is why credits. Emily's in charge of this and not me.
Well, we'll get to that in a second, which is why everyone's being forced to deal with Chad's tech skills tonight. So we want to do something a little different tonight. We could have brought out another brewer. We could have had more chefs, but we wanted a group of people slightly less familiar with beer and probably a little more familiar to us. So we're going to bring some people on.
So let's bring on our guests.
Promote to panelist here.
I think she is
Marilyn. That should have just popped up on your side. You just click the little accept button. Here she comes. We're waiting for one. This is part of the beauty of this is our chat mod and
hi, Emily.
Emily, you're muted.
Did I mess it up? Sorry.
Oh, there you go. Emily, welcome. This is our chat mod, so now everyone gets to see Emily. And Mayor, you're muted, so you got to just click the little unmute button. I might be able to do it.
I can do it. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Let's see if that works.
So we did it. We've done it. We have our Jewish grandmothers on. So tonight we wanted to have Jewish grandmothers on trying craft beers with us. And so for anyone like Chad and myself who weren't able to have beers with our grandmothers because they passed too soon, we brought in grandmothers directly to you. So we have Emily, our chat moderator's grandmother, Nini, and my sister's mother-in-law. So my sister's husband's mom, my nephew's grandmother, Marilyn from San Francisco. And so we want to thank you both very, very much for joining.
So appreciated.
Brave, very brave. So Chad has some quick questions that he likes to call the Chad Five.
Chad Five, but there are only 4. All right, if you each could say your name.
Nini.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Nini.
Very nice to meet you, Nini. And
To meet you.
Marilyn.
Awesome. Now tell us the names and ages of your grandchildren.
Nini.
Sorry. Nini first.
Emily is 30. Billy is 29. DJ is 20. DJ's 27.
Joey's 26.
Joey's 26. Ted is 25, and so is Josh.
Wow. So many. Amazing.
In a small window.
And you got those names. That's impressive. Awesome. Marilyn, how about you?
I only have one to remember right now. Elijah, and he's a little over 3.
Awesome. And so our next question is, if you can have a drink, doesn't have to be a beer, any drink, alcoholic beverage preferably, with any Jew in history, dead or alive, who would it be?
Golden Meir.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that. Mayor, what about you?
I picked Eliezer Ben Yehuda, who was the guy who started Hebrew when he was from Russia. He moved to Israel and he created the Hebrew dictionary and language so that everybody could speak together the same language.
Awesome. Those are great answers. That concludes the Chat 5 of this
Nailed it.
Hoppy Hanukkah experience. All right. Good night, everyone. No, just kidding. Not happening. All right, ladies, have you ever tried craft beer before? Nini
No,
first. No,
I think
never.
no.
All right. Awesome. So exciting. Marilyn.
I've been to some breweries in Bend, but I don't know which ones they were, so I can't tell you. But that was something I did in Bend, Oregon.
This
beer is
from Bend, Oregon. Have you been
Yeah.
to Good Life Brewing? Because that would be just amazing.
It's possible. I don't know. I've definitely been to some breweries.
Well, maybe when you taste this beer, it will bring back a rush of memories.
Also
I
in
think I tasted it.
Healdsburg, I've been to some breweries in Healdsburg, California, I think.
That's great. Marilyn, do you remember your first beer? Like the first time you had a beer, could you remember that?
Not really. I'm definitely a light beer drinker. I like beer, but I like light colored beers. So when we get to this stout, it's going to be tough for me.
We
All right.
understand.
All right. So I got one more question for you. Do you remember the first beer or drink, preferably beer, you've ever had in your life?
You want me to take
Marilyn said, Nini, you got a dog in your hands.
it?
Who is that? First
That's
of all?
Beasley.
Beasley.
Mr.
Oh, is Beasley on
Beasley.
your sweater?
Yes.
Oh, this is a perfect opportunity because already Celine's noticed the sweaters. So
Onto the sweaters.
Can you-
Mary,
can
can
you
you show
show-
your octopus sweater?
Marilyn, can you show your sweater first?
Yes, it's a octopus.
Menorah.
Hanukkah. Yeah, Hanukkah and menorah.
Amazing.
See if you can
And Nini, you have a pretty fun sweater too, right? Oh,
That's Beasley.
Beasley with a
Just got carried out of
menorah.
the room.
Amazing.
Nini,
So
do you
fun.
remember do you remember the first time you ever had a beer?
I think I do when I was in college.
Where'd you go to college?
That time a few places, but that time I was at UConn in Connecticut.
Okay. So you were in Storrs, Connecticut, right?
Yes, yes.
And this beer that you had then was probably inexpensive.
I had no idea. It came in a pitcher. It
Cheap.
didn't come in a can.
Yeah, came in a picture. Okay.
Did you drink
Great.
Did you drink the whole glass? Do you remember
Oh,
that?
I drank so much that I got sick that night, and and I don't think I had beer for many years after that.
Amazing.
Not an uncommon first beer story.
I'm
So,
sure.
so what we're gonna do for the first little segment here is
We didn't hear Marilyn's beer yet.
I don't
She said she
remember.
didn't remember.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I think I had a White Russian.
Amazing.
An interesting. That's a thick beer. A White Russian is
Yes,
definitely
exactly.
it's very California of you. So what we're gonna do for everyone who's watching at home is we had Nini and Marilyn grab 3 beers, including tonight's, but beers you've already had. So we've got them. They have the North Sky from night 1 from Allagash and the Janice Hopland from Lycum. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start. Do we have the North Sky handy? Great. Nini, you've got it. Oh, she's got it poured in the glass.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
Marilyn, if you don't mind pouring the North Sky into a glass, crack that open, and then we're going to smell it because we taste through our nose. So we're going to give it a big old woof, and then we're going to hear your thoughts.
He's very confused. Yeah, I smell.
Again.
I don't smell anything.
Really, it smells strong to me, and it looks strong. Dark color.
Mm.
When you say it smells strong, does it smell like alcohol?
He's
Like boozy?
No,
Does it smell like coffee? Chocolate?
Yeah, my
Not
nose.
chocolate.
Yes, maybe it's like ordered a while ago. Can I say
Right.
again?
All right, next, I think is the next is to actually take your first sip. We're gonna try at least 2 sips.
Mm.
I'm with you.
Can I taste it?
Okay.
No.
That's a good beer. I told you, I can't drink these dark beers.
What, Nini, what did it taste like?
Bitter.
Bitter?
Mary, what'd you get?
What about you, Marilyn?
Like really, like it's still on my tongue and it's heavy and like, I don't know, like the first one that we had, the Good Life one, sweet, I could drink that with Mexican food or by itself. This one, this is like when my husband wants to order this kind of beer, I always have to say, okay, then I'm not gonna get to have it. So it's just too, it's strong for me. You guys like it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot. That one actually
A lot of
was a favorite of
chocolatey,
mine.
lot of chocolatey, full body. Do
You
you
were
guys
saying
want to take
chocolatey.
another sip? Do you want to take another
Chocolatey.
sip of this beer?
No,
No.
Todd,
Yes,
maybe
if
your
you
mom
want.
would drink it. Todd?
Yeah, no, I don't think just saying chocolate would be enough to get my mom to drink that beer. My mom is a noted chocolate lover. But yeah, because it's that's what the roasted
Like coffee.
malts. Yeah, like coffee. How you
Do you guys
that's the
drink
color.
coffee at all either?
A little bit.
Nini, do you like coffee?
It does smell like coffee,
Does?
Mhm.
kind of.
I can't find any smell in it.
Interesting. Let's try
Nini,
that.
can we get another sip out of you or no?
Nini, can we get one more tiny sip out of you?
Better you than me.
No,
No.
it didn't change.
Didn't
Sometimes
change at all.
sometimes your palate can adjust to flavors, but this one didn't. So now we know.
What
Do you like,
what really
I have,
big?
I have a question for Nini. Do you like coffee, Nini, or are you not a coffee drinker?
I like my morning coffee, yeah.
How does this compare to your today's morning coffee?
My morning coffee has cream in it.
That's what it's missing. We just need to add, we need a milk stout for her. She
No,
wants a
no. What
milk
she needs is
stout.
a shot of a shot of Bailey's.
Okay, maybe. That's possible.
Amazing. Should we move on to our next beer?
Yes, let's grab Janice Hoplin.
Which one is that? The second one.
Cute name.
I thought you might like that one.
This one's from Portland.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Portland.
You're
It
close.
smells almost fruity to me.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm gonna like this more.
We tasting it?
Let's smell it. If you smelled it, then you can taste it. We can't
first.
stop.
It definitely smells fruity.
It smells fruity. It smells kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Mhm. Fruit, are we thinking like citrus, grapefruits, oranges, or are we thinking like stone fruits, peaches,
Stone fruit. Stone fruit.
apricot? Is an apricot
Yeah.
a stone fruit?
Yeah, yeah.
Apricot is stone fruit. Yep.
There you go. More stone fruit than citrus?
Yes.
These are some adept palates we have going on over
Impressive.
here.
Smells good.
Maybe
Okay,
a little bit
let's
of pininess. All right, sip time.
Mhm.
It's still got the bitter taste to me, but I can taste fruit in it. I'm just trying to figure out which kind. Pineapple, maybe?
Marilyn, you look perplexed.
Pineapple. That's
Pineapple.
yeah, I could see some pineapple in there. Very cool.
But it's still got that bitter beer taste that I don't like.
Those are the hops. Hops. make
We're
beer.
gonna get rid of those, Nini. So don't worry. In our next beer.
There are no next beers. We only have three.
Well, the first one that you're having is the next one. You're getting a head start on it. What did you think of the Hopland? You're fine.
So which one?
The Janice Hopland.
I liked it. I mean, but of all of them, I would order the Pacific Ale.
More approachable.
Yeah,
Not as
more approachable. That's the kind of beers I usually order, are approachable beers. And then I really like them. I like them really cold and really approachable.
we like approachable beers here. So when you tasted the IPA, the Janice Hopland, was it, Nini said it was bitter. Did you taste grass at all? Did you taste like pine needles? Did you get any of that? Should you try another sip to see if you can find it?
My name,
Maybe grapefruit. See if you can find.
We're gonna be able to function at the end of the
I
night.
taste pineapple more.
See
You
if you
get
can find
pineapple?
see if you can find some grapefruit in that next sip.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like it. It's complex and it's good.
This is actually a Jewish-owned kosher brewery in Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
All right. The third beer,
And that's the one that
So
everyone's
that's the-
drinking.
the Pacific Ale. This is the one everyone's having tonight. The award winner.
That one's delicious.
What do you like about it? Because we know it's approachable, but approachable because it's
Tastes like it would go good with everything. Smells fresh.
That's a little better.
Not as bitter,
Because?
right, Nini?
It's getting better.
sweeter.
Hmm,
Is
Yeah.
it sweeter.
not quite as bitter.
I think we
we're all
could give
gonna
you
get better pretty soon.
call that palate fatigue in the biz, Marilyn. Where it just all starts tasting like a
I
little bit.
don't
of
think
beer.
it's the palate. I think it's the mind.
Yeah, that's why. If this is a wine tasting, you get to spit it out, but we go all the way. So, Nini, you said you like this one more because less of the bitterness. Do you still get some fruitiness, just like the last one?
A little bit, not quite as much as I did the last one.
This
Okay.
beer is gonna take the beers from like the last beer and kind of mellow that beer out. So this one, like Marilyn said, approachable. Good observation.
Great.
There's a question in the chat. Did you guys see it? Marilyn, so Yakil wants to know do you think your husband orders stout so he doesn't have to share with you?
Occasionally, but usually he'll go with something that I can drink too. And I do the
Gnomes.
grocery shopping, so I'm the one who picks up the 6 packs of Corona.
Is
Amazing.
Corona your go-to beer?
Yeah,
Tangy.
that's the one I go to.
Like, do you add lime?
No, not like the commercial, but I just like it. I like the shape of the bottle and
Its whole aesthetic.
right. I don't know. I mean, of these 3 beers, it would be the most like the one we just had, even though this one's much more gourmet, right? I mean, right?
Gourmet is a great word. When I was in college, we used to add tequila to Corona. I don't know if you need to know that, but it makes it taste better. You should try it sometime. All right. So I think we're ready for our second segment, Chad.
Think so. ABA, ask Bubbes
ABA.
anything. So
For the chat,
yeah, Todd.
if you have questions you've been wanting to ask a Jewish grandmother, they're here for you. So let's start with Mer. Do you have a favorite Yiddish expression?
Well, I was thinking of 3 words what that are just kind of funny. One is potchki. Potchki means like I'm potchking around with something, like kind of fussing around, cooking around with it, like I don't know, just handling it. Potchki. Another one is a mensch, someone who's like, just a great person.
Like
And
Todd.
yeah, a mensch. And the third one is nachas, having a lot of good fortune and luck. And that seemed appropriate for Hanukkah.
Love those.
Mm-hmm. Nini, do you have favorite Yiddish expressions or words?
Not really. I live in a very un-Jewish area. So if I ever had any, I've forgotten it here.
That's fair. I also live in a very non-Jewish area,
Okay.
Vermont. It's not super Jewish. That's great. Okay. Jared Brodsky said,
Says Farklempt.
that's your brother. What's that mean?
my
Jared, what's
brother
that mean?
says Farklempt. I don't know what it actually means. I feel like it means like I'm stuck.
Which word?
Farklempt? I don't know.
Verklempt.
Does it mean, does it, and in the chat, what's it mean?
It's verklempt.
I don't think people know.
Mayor's a heavy hitter. Do I have this right? Do you teach at Hebrew school for little kids?
Overwhelmed.
I teach for little kids and all the way up to their bar and bat mitzvah. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. Some variation of that. Yeah.
Okay.
But they don't
And-
speak Yiddish, but
And Brianna has saved the day, and it means overwhelmed.
yeah, I would say that. Verklempt is like overwhelmed. Yeah, that seems right.
I like that one. I feel like that encompasses a feeling that I experience often. Overcome with emotion. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So Nini, for you, do you have any favorite Jewish traditions that you would love to see Emily sort of pass on for future generations? Do you think there are any that are particularly good?
The main thing that our family does is celebrate with food. We have various holiday dinners. The
Your
next
favorite
one will be
dishes?
The next one will be Passover. We do our own form of a Seder. But everybody sort of chips in. I don't have to read because my eyes aren't very good. So I get to pass the book on to other people. But I do the cooking, so it's that part's good too.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Every leg of lamb every Passover. We do lamb.
Nice.
Do you roast? Do you have any secrets?
It's
What's
not
your
gonna
leg of lamb
tell you this. It's not
secret?
gonna tell you the secrets, Todd. If they're secrets for a reason.
Yeah, but if I don't ask, she might not tell me.
What kind of secrets?
Okay, I think cooking secrets. He wants to know your cooking secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Too many. There's too many to start with. You have to ask specific questions.
Okay. Do you cook with schmaltz?
No. I think that would be very difficult to find in Weaverville, North Carolina.
That I think you're right about.
Nini,
you
where
have
did you
a-
grow? Wait, I have a question for Nini. Where did you grow up?
Up until I was 16, I was in Southern California. And the high school I went to was maybe 90% Jewish. And then we moved east. And so I could graduate. I was a senior. And so I could graduate. We lived in Connecticut. I couldn't graduate from a New York high school because they have something called Regent that you take all through high school. And I had never had those. So I finished school in Connecticut, but I mostly grew up in California.
Got it. Awesome. So it sounds like people want to know the lamb. Are there any the leg of lamb? Is there secrets around that cooking that dish?
All right.
Cooking, just roast it, stick a lot of garlic in it and roast it.
There we go. The
There you go, garlic.
Okay.
There's the secret, everyone.
We got one.
Garlic's the secret to everything.
Butter and
Bam.
garlic, done.
There you go. Butter and garlic.
All right. Mayor, same question for you. Do you have favorite Jewish traditions that you want to see Baby E, as I call him?
Well, I guess, celebrating all the holidays is really great, but I really like Shabbat because it happens every week, and Elijah's already like got at least part of the candle blessing down, and he loves lighting the candles, drinking juice, eating challah. Whoa! So stop. So hold on one second. No. Anyway, these dogs. That seems like an important thing to me. Just like to do Shabbat and have him be really familiar with it.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
He calls it Elijah wine, and he drinks the juice, and it is the cutest thing in the world. It's tremendous.
Yeah, you Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, and it's really cute.
He knows the prayers.
Well, he knows that far.
That's so fun. Ayla can do the hamotzi, and it's the best. And then she goes b'tei avon, so then we can eat our
maybe I have to work
challah.
on that with them. Yeah, that's
They're
really
both more impressive than me. And Mary, are you born and raised in California?
I'm born and raised in San Francisco. Yep, I've been here the whole time, and I like it here. And I wish that everybody wasn't quite so far away. It's a long plane ride to come see you guys, but yeah, I like it. All my friends are here, my family's here, except for them, and I love the weather.
And San Francisco, probably a place you could find schmaltz.
Yes, you could find schmaltz here.
Find anything in San Francisco. Sure.
Yeah.
on the cooking trend, it's actually my brother. He wants to know that your favorite Jewish side dishes.
Which is what? Jewish side dishes.
Favorite Jewish side dishes.
Hmm?
Kasha. Mine.
I just make the main course. I let the others make the side dishes.
You're in charge of just the lamb. And
Yeah, I don't know. I like latkes a lot. I like kugel.
Mm. Yeah, different kugels are great.
Yeah.
what's your favorite kugel? Mine's noodle kugel.
My mother's noodle kugel, which I have no idea how to make. That was really good.
Yeah, I like noodle kugel a lot too. I like potato kugel, noodle kugel.
Potato fan.
Potatoes great. Potatoes kugel is great.
If you want, one of the greatest inventions of my lifetime is when I got to breakfast with my mom. She always wants blintzes, but my mom is tiny, and so she will order blintzes, and then she'll get fried matzi, and she won't be able to eat any of it. So we get blintzes for the table, so they count as a side dish, and so everyone gets a little bit of them, and I can't recommend it more highly.
My grandmother used to make meat blintzes, and those were great.
I like the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, I would like a blintz right about now. That sounds really good.
with your the stout, what are you gonna pair your blintz with? Which beer?
It won't be this one. The other two. Let's see. Blintz.
We'll pass your notes on to Allagash. We'll let them know that you are.
Blintz.
Should we start
I might
a
get
new
this one, maybe
scoring?
the middle one. I think the Janice Hopland could be with blintzes.
I can see that. Todd, I think we need a new scoring method for
I think dry white wine.
tasting beers. It's the grandma's recommendation.
Grandma
Yeah.
said,
How many sips could the grandmas take of this beer?
I am
Done.
at capacity.
Love it.
It's a little,
That's a 4-sip beer.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think, Chad, is it time to hear about the kids and the grandkids?
Yeah, I think so. So
Okay.
we usually, in our third segment, we usually ask our guests to tell us about their 2023 plans for their businesses. But we're giving you the opportunity to brag about your grandkids for 20 seconds. So,
Four
Marilyn,
kids.
you can go first. Because
Okay, I only have
right
one, so you're gonna have to split it up when you do yours, but I have one. His name's Elijah. Got a new granddaughter that's gonna be here at the end of February. He calls
Mazel.
me, interestingly enough, he calls me Bub, which sounds like an alcoholic term to me. Like Bub, it's like kind of like Bud or something, but I like it. He can say Bubby Mare, he can say Marilyn, but he still just calls me Bub. He seems really smart. These are pictures of him. Can you see the pictures?
Oh yeah.
Him with the panda, favorite animal. Him with some boots.
So cute.
I always wondered, what is it going to look like? And now I know. He's a really good negotiator, and I think both of his parents have that ability as well. He, and it's time to leave the playground or something, he'll say, I don't want to go. And my son will say, okay, how about one more time? And he'll say, how about 10 more times? And then Jake, my son, will say, okay, he's going down the slide 1, 2, and then Elijah will say, no counting. So, it's like, there's that. You can't really count. He's negotiating, but there's no way that that's the 10 times is going to work out. He also loves chocolate, like his mother and Todd's mother. I'm not a chocolate fan, but Elijah is a big chocolate fan. And he's just really fun to be with. He's silly. He loves to sing. He loves stories. He loves to joke around. And I'm going to get to see him again in December, and I can't wait.
So fun. Amazing.
Did you say December?
Yeah, we're going to meet up in Mexico for 5 days.
There you go.
Awesome.
A rave review for the little guy.
That was quite the review. Yes.
Actually, in January. Sorry, I said December, but I mean January.
We knew what you meant.
All right,
A
Nene.
great Nene, you
I'm
got
very-
a lot of them. So
I'm very lucky that 4 of the 6 of them live here in Asheville.
That's awesome.
So I see them a lot. I'm with Emily a lot, and her sister Billy was here today. We made cookies. And my 2 grandsons, I don't see them quite as much, but I'll see them on Sunday. And we started a thing of having family dinners, and we take turns and do it every week. One of the 3 of us cooks dinner. Me and my 2 daughters cook dinner for everybody. So we have a family dinner every Sunday, which is really a lot of fun. It's really a good thing. And for that, I can blame the rabbi. When my husband passed away 10 years ago, he asked me one night, what are you doing this weekend? And I said, I don't know, maybe I'll take the kids out for dinner. He said, why don't you make dinner for them? I said, oh, what a good idea. And then that's how this habit came to be. And that's fun. But they're all great kids. They really are. They're great adults. They're all great people.
Well, we love Emily.
Yeah, and they're fun to be with. And
they're close by.
and
Yeah,
they're all
great.
close. Most of them are close. The other 2 aren't that far away. They're only in Charlotte.
Teddy is.
Yeah, one of them has actually just moved to New York, but he came home for the weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing him. And it's not like a child-parent relationship anymore. It's more like friends, which is great.
That's amazing. Well, Nene, Marilyn, I'll get to see you again soon. Nene, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you both for being generous with your time. I know this is a ridiculous ask. I'm sure when I texted you and Jacob, Marilyn, you were probably just completely confused, but he was a good agent for you. He was a fair negotiator. We got a good price on your time. So thank you very, very, very much. It was our pleasure, and maybe we can see you again next year. So
I
enjoy
hope so.
the rest of Hanukkah, and have a great weekend, and we'll see
Happy
you soon. And Chad and I are going to wrap up.
Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate your time tonight. So fun.
Click that button.
Tell me when to go off, so I want to go see what he's up to.
That was
As much fun as we
so
expected.
fun. I think that was my favorite
It's so
live stream.
good.
Is that
So
an annual thing?
it might have to be. So night 6 tomorrow, we have a very recurring guest that I think we've mentioned a bunch of times. Very excited to talk to him. And then we are doing shows on Christmas Eve and Christmas, obviously. So this weekend we'll be here. So 3 more nights with you, Chad. A pleasure as always.
So fun, guys. Yep. Everyone, see you tomorrow night. Till then, happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.